welcome to Dark and Dicey, where memes corrupt our youth. Thank you for joining us. Sorry, we were just having a conversation about corrupting our youth. Yes, welcome back to Dark and Dicey. Thank you for joining us. Last time you guys had a fairly prolonged showdown, which almost ended in the first 10 minutes.
Yep.
With the ASMR paladin. That was fantastic.
Whisper sensually.
Yeah, any session where you guys summon the excremental is fantastic. So thank you, Trixa. Last time the entire 2 hours was them trying to rescue Shady Jeff and Walter Killmaster from being executed by their fellow All-Haven military friends, not friends anymore, due to their treachery. The whole treason thing, that doesn't tend to go over well with folks.
Treason.
Yeah, treason. Kovacs, your sword was pierced. That was unfortunate. But you did manage to add a whole bunch of well-armed soldiers to your zombie horde. So, good on you.
So technically this was a win.
Oh, yeah.
Technically, yeah.
I don't have swords anymore, but this is a win.
Right, yeah, you did kind of...
It was time for an upgrade.
More better swords are coming. Better swords on the horizon.
We're still there, right?
Yeah, you're still in the area.
You ran off, right?
I'm looking for that sword.
Yeah, you ran right into the woods.
I was giving horses a heart attack, right?
Yeah, you told a couple of horses that they were about to die, and they kind of freaked out. But they're still sort of like they're willing to do what you say and get the hell out of Dodge.
Okay.
Let's jump right in. You were searching for your sword, sir. Will you give me a survival check, please, as you wander blindly into the woods?
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like to use my eyes if I can.
Yeah, your eyes would be involved.
My eyes of seeing.
Yeah.
I want to be blindant.
Here we go.
That's a set.
Oh, good.
Oh, 9.
9.
9.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, you see Kovacs sort of wander into the woods. You find the handle and base of your sword stuck to what appears to be a large mound of dirt and grass just sort of hanging out in this woods. And it seems, it almost has that kind of sword in the stone feel to it, right? So you grab it, you think, yay, it's not lost after all. You pull it out. Unfortunately, because of the nun, you pull out about half. Where it cracked, it split as it landed. You have a half greatsword.
Can I cry?
It is a free action.
It is an okay sword.
You have a great sword.
It's a good sword.
You guys, you don't necessarily hear it, but you feel a despairing wail coming from the woods. You just feel it. Someone's very upset. Yeah.
Plus, just like, something's wrong.
It's as if a sudden million voices cried out in agony.
Hey, I feel it.
But you did retrieve half your weapon.
Can I look for the rest?
You can dig into the dirt to see if you can find some more. You give me another because this thing shattered sort of on impact and went everywhere. Give me one more survival roll. Since you found half of it, I'll give you advantage.
21.
21. Nice. The other half was stuck in the mouth of one of the local fauna nearby. A very large deer had started nipping at the edge of this thing as trying to drag it off, which you caught it in the act.
Yeah, I'm going to scare the crap out of this deer because I'm very upset.
This deer is about it's a buck, more or less, right? It's about the size of you. It's not too intimidated by you. There's something you'd like to do to try and get your sword.
I'm going to run towards it, screaming.
Roll intimidation against this.
It's like, get the hell away from that thing! 24.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay. You freak this animal out. It springs onto its back legs and it flees, and the other half of your blade drops down to the ground.
And you just feel great about it.
Yeah. You successfly intimidated that wild animal.
Yep.
Yeah. You've done it. All right. You've collected both halves of your weapon, and you guys see Kovacs walking out of the woods, a little sad with the two halves of his once really cool blade in hand.
I would like to command all of my fresher zombies that are nearby to
They have just started turning. Yes.
to just empty their pockets and do a little pile.
All right. So these, sad-looking zombies just start lumbering over towards you, and they reach into their pockets. Autograph of Captain Allhaven, coins. And
don't know anything about that. No.
Letters from their parents. Like a little portrait of their son. All this stuff, all that good stuff. You get like some jewelry. You get a couple rings. Mostly, you get some silver and gold coins. All in all, you gain about. They were the most well-off soldiers.
Yeah.
But you do gain a good 170 gold. From the soldiers you slew. Okay.
Hey guys, want some gold?
Oi, throw it here.
Okay. Split.
Just like dives after all the coins.
There are some.
Let me
letters
do
from
math.
them mixed in with the coins. Just.
Is the Captain Allhaven one in there?
Oh yeah, there's a couple of them actually.
I just grabbed them and tucked them away.
I was like, that's for
42 gold.
nice.
My thanks.
All right. So at this point. It doesn't appear that there's many more soldiers coming on the horizon that you can see, at least. So for right now, you're safe. Shady Jeff and Walter do sort of walk up to you guys, eyeing your new zombie horde, and they're like, "Well, so this is new. Is this yours?"
I have nothing to do with any of that.
Oi, that's a funny way to say thank you, lads.
Well, no, thank you. First of all, thank you. We'd rather be alive than not. But
Glad to be here.
What the hell, man? What's with the zombies?
Pluck's just like,
Trix, is this your zombie horde?
Yeah.
Was that you earlier in the city?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Shading Jeff and Walter all about it. That's really cool. Can we control zombies?
Pick one.
What? Are you just going to give us... Okay.
You can have your own zombie.
Walter, which zombie do you want? I want the one with the broken kneecap.
Okay. Hey. You there. You are now his. Okay? You do whatever he says as long as it doesn't hurt us.
Why is his arms like that? This is the acrobatic zombie he made leap over the tree.
Yes. I'm not really paying attention. I'm on the ground with the pieces of my sword in front of me, and I'm like pushing them together.
The three who had that racism chat off to the side before they were consumed by zombies now shamble over to you and sit by you, put a rotting hand on your shoulder. Just reliving what they just did moments ago in life.
Tolerant zombies.
Yeah.
Just look up at them like...
Just trying to comfort you the best they can.
They're so sweet.
do I recognize the one that was initially scared of my appearance?
Yes, you do. He is also now a zombies.
Okay.
He's just kind of wandering around.
I'm... You know what, actually, I'm not going to do anything with that. Disregard.
Are you saying he's learned enough of a lesson being murdered and turned into an undead abomination?
It was... Pluck's just like, it was bad enough dealing with a racist, but now a racist zombie seems like it's just too much for my Monday.
You see, the racist zombie sort of shambles over near all of you, stops by you, doesn't shamble closer to you, shambles away from you.
He's like, all right. Yeah, even in death, huh?
Roland is like maintaining a healthy distance from all the zombies with a watchful eye.
Right, you're not quite trusting of the...
I'm a little more comfortable.
Not quite yet, right? So is there anything else you guys want to take care of here? It looks like everything has been sort of wrapped up. Is there anything you'd like to ask Walter or Shady Jeff before you head back? They would probably want to get out of here as soon as possible because, who knows when they'll send more reinforcements.
How did these guys catch you?
Oh yeah, funny story. So we were on that ship and frozen, right? And had a hard time answering a bunch of questions. Why we sort of allowed a bunch of possibly terrorists aboard a ship and freed a bunch of prisoners. Hard to talk your way out of that one. And then the Yuan-Ti thing. It's been a lot of raised emotions around here lately. Oh, and what's it called? Hold on, I had this written down. I just had a brain fart DM moment. The deity responsible for my conversation choices has brain farted.
Oh no!
I didn't write it down. Oh my gosh, that's on me. I had that answer prepared and I totally didn't write it down. I'll get back to you on that. Oops. Unfortunately for insert reason that I have not written down, they were captured and sentenced to execution.
Well, tricks are giveth and tricks are taketh away.
Can I continue my conversation with the horses?
Yeah, the horses have settled down because there's no immediate threat anymore. They see that the zombies aren't after them, and they can't quite quantify what the zombies are to begin with.
True.
Right? So they've more settled down into and your spell is still in place, so you can still chat with them. Like, oh man, it really freaked me out when that one guy told us we were going to die there for a second. Yeah, me too. What a jerk.
It's like, hey.
Here he comes.
It's like, that was a test.
Hey, man.
And
hey.
You passed the test.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're testing for the best of the best to see who can keep their cool in times of crisis.
This horse is going to roll insight.
Can I not roll deception?
Roll deception against his insight.
Okay, cool. 14.
Yeah, look, I'm not really familiar with, bird folk ways, but I'm going to call bullshit on what you just said. But you know what? We believe you now. We believe that our lives are not in immediate danger. So what was your plan again? Because we don't want to stick around here as much as you don't.
I'm going to turn the rest of the party. Like, are we leaving anytime soon?
Yeah, we can go back to our comfy home.
We're going to go to a very comfy place.
Where are your
It's
babies?
not comfortable.
Huh?
Where are your
You
babies?
speak to the horses who can't really comprehend what you're saying.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were talking to Shady Jeff. My bad.
They're busy.
Oh, okay. Are they at home?
Flex just kind of. No. I got a pin in that one. I was dealing with dying.
Yeah.
So, but now that we're not, I didn't find. I don't know where the lizard babies are.
You just got
yet.
that one note, hand scroll note written in snake.
Oh.
Do you,
I don't know about that, so.
oh well, okay. So I'll take that out. Be like, do you read snake?
I know someone who does.
Sorry guys, it's been a while.
Yes, hello. Did someone summon me?
It's like, oh, you're still here.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Did you need me to read something in my traditional master language?
I just kind of
Okay, hold on. Here we go. Tiny pair of reading glasses. Okay. So
that's
it's not
adorable.
too many glasses. Yeah, it's not too many words here. Let's see. Okay. Okay. It says, "Dear Dad."
Ah, that's me.
Yeah. He didn't finish writing Dad, so it looks like they were in a hurry.
Oh,
Dear Dad, where are you?
Okay.
They took everyone. I'm going to get them. Bye-bye. Oh, P.S. Watch out for the trap. P.S.S. I did that. I totally did it. It was me.
Oh, all right.
Love, And ran out of space. And you didn't have any more space.
Like, all right, well, I can piece together who wrote that. All right, so it turns out the little ones, I believe, found their calling and is on a vengeance mission.
Oh, that's pretty impressive.
It is, and I don't know who or what they're after, but they're after someone.
Aren't they like 1 week old?
They're after someone, and they're gonna get it. I should probably figure out where they are, huh?
Probably, yes. Yes, they are tiny babies.
That's good. Good for them. So we can focus on other things. Like, hey, Shady Jeff, Walter,
Yes.
do you guys know where we could get like another bracelet?
Oh, well, Golden Lady up there had one. It's gonna be a little harder now that we're all outlaws, but I'm sure we'll...
Well, look at all our friends.
Yeah.
They should help, right?
Friends is a loose term.
They're not my friends.
Well, I mean, yes, they should be able to help. We'll keep an eye out. There's gonna be guard captains aplenty after us now. That's the good news. You said you had a safe place?
I'm just gonna start walking towards the dungeon.
It's not comfortable.
Web of lies. That's okay. Let's go. Let's check it out. Now, as I understand it, though, there's been some Thizbanar activity off the coast. I'm guessing they've probably taken Fairheim at this point. You weren't planning on going back there, were you?
Activity's an understatement, mate.
I'm guessing, yeah. We've been kind of busy with maybe getting killed, and not so much now, so yeah, you guys.
Well, the good news is we seem to be minor players in a much bigger war, so let's use the cover of darkness, shall we?
Yeah, let's do that. Before you guys can make your way back towards where the Death Scar is, you notice a deep rumbling just off to the side, and this cavernous maw opens in the earth.
Oh, good.
This hellish, this terrible-looking, like, viscous mucus, bone-entrenched tunnel just opens forth before you. Shady Jeff and Walter are like, what?
I think that's someone else's tunnel. We should get going.
I don't know. That might be for us.
I don't think.
I'm just gonna walk in.
You sure that's not our ride?
Just like home. Just sort of strolls in.
All right. So strolling in, you don't have your mount with you, right? You just walk in. Okay. In which case, instead of being thrown through it normally, like your mount usually carries you and drags whoever else with you, this is going to be a far more unpleasant experience. As you walk into the tunnel, the muscles and bone in the tunnel itself grasp onto you and sort of push you forward.
Not like home. Not like home.
Yep, just like that. Like one giant tongue just tonguing you forward through the tunnel. And the rest of you see that. Soon, Werblin and Kovacs are gone.
I'm completely numb to this.
You're just
Like, whatever, let it happen.
Take me away.
I just want to feel something.
I want to pick a zombie and like piggyback on him and go through it.
Okay, so you're like, we're gonna spare me most of this grossness. So you hop onto one of your zombies. Your horde just sort of carry you.
Let's go home, guys.
Yeah, they sort of form that like protective death ball around you, and like a pinball, like a dead pinball that shoots through the tunnel. The horses are still chatting with you, like, we're not going through that.
I'm not going through that.
Okay. You want to go like a normal way?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. We'll just
hop on. We're gonna go a normal way. You just show us.
That sounds nice. It's a beautiful day out.
It is. The sun's shining. There's a gentle breeze.
Yeah, it's nice out.
Yeah.
Why waste the sunlight?
So it takes you, it takes you a half an hour longer to get back, but you don't have to deal with the mucus and the
I don't want to.
unpleasantness.
Nope.
Okay. But since you guys get back first, you're dumped out into Dwight's cathedral proper. Shady Jeff and Walter follow quickly behind you. They're kind of sitting there with like the mucus like in their hair, like Oh no. As anyone would be apt to do after this terrifying tunnel ride. And of course, around you are Dwight, Ironhoof. They've all sort of like gotten off the couch, and it's like, oh, hey, we watched the whole thing. That was awesome. You know, with the I don't know what that poop demon was, but that was weird. But everything else was great. You know, you didn't bring that poop demon back with you, did you?
Miss this part, Ironhoof. I show him my sword.
Oh man, no, I didn't miss that part. Hey, I'm glad you got both halves back though. I can fix that up for you.
I was hoping so.
Yeah, I might need one too.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. Hey,
Maybe
good
two,
news is,
actually.
the good news is you guys brought me back a ton of adamantite to work with. Haven't quite tested the Screaming Head Forge out yet. Dwight, do you think the Screaming Head Forge will be able to handle adamantite? Yes, it can cook your adamantite. That's not how smithing works. It can cook your metal. Okay, Dwight. Okay. So yeah, I can fix it right up for you.
Wouldn't be the first time I put a blade in a screaming head. Hey, lad.
What does that mean? That's a living copulation joke. Disgusting.
Wow. So we've got that in common. Hey, they had like a screen type thing they were watching. That's like a magical.
A scrying mirror that Dwight can sort of spy on people with.
I run up to that thing and like, oi, let's have slow-mo, instant replay. Want to see what badass shit I did.
All right. He turns the images on the screen back in time, and you see like a fast forward rewind the events of it. It's like, oh, here comes the excremental. Oh, there goes the racist guy.
No, go back. There, the jump. Where I jump off of Kovac's shoulder.
Exactly, and it looks terribly impressive.
Oh yeah.
He just lets it play for you a couple times. Back and then forward. Back and forward.
He's just muttering to himself, yeah. Winkabane's not going to know what hit him.
Wait, go back a little further. I want to watch myself tear this ASMR apart.
He just goes through the you and Werblin headbutting a couple times. It's like, hold on.
Whoa, not that.
There's some interference. It just keeps going back to that part a couple times.
That's not an accurate depiction of what happened.
I'm sorry. No. Okay, here we go. There.
I want to watch the crit over and over.
Better days.
That's right. The almost taking down the boss within the first 10 minutes scene. Yeah, he turns it back to you. But there is a new person as you notice standing about the normal crew. A fairly serpentine featured gentleman in a very pronounced, very noble looking kind of outfit. You know, pale skin, the red eyes. He's Yuanti. And he has this open journal, just sort of scribbling in the corner, just sort of looking at you guys. It's like, yes, good, yes.
I hide behind Kovacs.
Are you here yet?
Yeah, she came with you guys.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm just going to give Ironhoof a giant pile of gold and walk away.
How big a pile of gold?
I don't know. Here. 73.
Here. For Ironhoof to upgrade your weapon. Perfect.
Wow.
He just takes the random bit of handful of gold. It's like, thanks.
Do you need more?
No, this is gonna be fine.
All right, thank you.
Am I there yet?
Almost.
Okay.
I walk up to Ironhoof. I'm like, hey lad, wartime economies are strong. I just handed him 35 gold.
Yours will be a little easier than his, I think. But thank you for the contribution. It's going to come in handy.
Watch out for the hyperinflation.
You're telling me the economy is balls. Pluck. As you get back to the Death Scar, you notice something different. So it seems like, before there was the entrance to your dungeon proper, right? Mm-hmm. And then there was the entrance to Dwight's cathedral. Mm-hmm. You notice that while you've been gone, he has retracted his portion of the cathedral down below the earth, so that the only structure standing prevalent now is your erect tower.
Plux the horse stops and he's like, oh, God damn it.
And you see no other way in.
I walk over to where it's been retracted.
The horse is like, so, this your house?
I'm just like, I don't need no lip from you, bud.
Well, I'm just asking you a question if you lived here. Because, we've been walking for a while. I'm a little tired. Jonesy over there's thirsty.
It's on a lease. It's not even my place.
Oh. Right. Well, it's tough to rent nowadays.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to hop off the horse and, go on top of where it was.
Yes.
And I just kind of...
The muscle elevator comes right back up to you, the one you remember, dropping you into the ball pit. Are we getting in there, or?
It's like, I don't know. Does it look like something you want to go in?
I mean, no.
Well,
but
then
I also
wouldn't
don't want to sort of stand out here. It's kind of creepy out here if you haven't noticed. Why isn't anything alive?
I break the spell so I can't listen to him. And then plus it's kind of like, and I just get in the elevator.
The two horses walk in with you. It's a little cramped.
Hey, here we are.
As you're traveling down the levels of the dungeon.
Oh, I preemptively grab onto the ceiling.
The horses are like... kind of gnaw on one of the bones sticking out the side because they just think that's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And as you guys are watching playbacks of your thing, Dwight points out in a mini window in his scrying window. It's like, oh, by the way, your friend decided to take the scenic route.
Oh, put it in slow-mo.
It's got picture in picture.
He blows it up. You're on the big screen in the cathedral. It's like, well, this will be a nice pre-run of your dungeon. Seems like he's making it through okay. Yeah, you go the route you went before, and you arrive at the ball pit drop.
Mm-hmm. I'm just holding on. I want to let the horses fall first.
It opens. I'm going to make a dexterity save for one of the horses.
Can I really hold on by the teeth?
No, he can't.
Turns out.
So the screaming of terrified horses fills the room as two adult grown horses drop into this ball pit.
Oh.
And but they're fine because the ball pit's very soft.
Are they standing?
They are now. They're sort of just like yay high in the ball pit.
I want to land on one's back, just kind of like.
Dex. No, actually acrobatics.
Okay.
Huzzah!
So listen. It was a nat 1, but...
Right! What? Yes, tell me, what bonuses do you have to your nat 1?
I am 200% over this bonus. I'm sick of this dungeon.
Wow. He pulled out the numbers there.
All right,
I have to give this one.
Fortunately for you, the ball pit is still soft no matter how you land in it, right? But the horses are not. So as you sort of dangle over the horse, you're like right there, and you drop. Right? Mm-hmm. The horse just takes that time to sort of move forward just a tiny bit, and you find yourself falling flat on its giant ass, right?
Okay.
Head first, you take a bit of horse damage.
Cool. That's a new one.
Yeah, what element is that?
Earthy. But it's 5 points of rump damage as you kind of bang your head on its ass and fall into your ball pit.
Ding.
You're not severely injured or anything, but no one likes falling headfirst onto a horse. And then, of course, everyone in the cathedral.
Wow! Wow!
I picked it up and rolled it. It was a 20.
Dice does not enjoy you.
So it's me.
So you can almost hear down the hall, like in the cathedral, people are like, ooh.
Flux just kind of like, that seems about right.
Warblin is just clapping and smiling.
The Yuanti in the corner is writing all of this down. Like, yes, this happened. Perfect. But fortunately for you, Dwight is kind enough to stop the death trap and allow you to come in without having to trigger it. So there's that at least.
Great.
Pluck arrives at the cathedral, somewhat banged up, but more or less no worse for the wear. And you do see that you were blown up on the screen of the scrying mirror.
Yep. So, according to Kenku.
It's a great morale boost, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
Dwight comes over and it's like, oh, by the way, you may have noticed our snake friend in the corner. That's Horatio. He's part of the press. Wave hi, Horatio. Hello, friends. Yeah, he's Yuanti Times or something. He's one of those spinners, you know. He takes everything that happens and just sort of makes it okay for his public to view.
Lock and read.
Oh, that is offensive. Of course, we read our own master language. Why? What do you read? Like scribbles? No, that's an honest question. We don't know. Please tell me. Is it dirt?
Contracts.
Contractual dirt. Interesting.
Dwight,
Yes.
do we really want him telling all of his friends about our new place?
What's he gonna do? Send more Yuanti and add more zombies to my army?
I don't know. They might have a really big army somewhere.
Oh, good. We could use a really big army.
I don't know. I just don't want to overestimate ourselves.
Well, I hear where you're coming from, but it's very, very important for the press to remain free and have a voice.
Also, any publicity is good publicity.
Oh, also, hello, Horatio. Kind of like shakes your hand. Also, you know, I can offer you a couple of services if you allow me to exercise my journalistic integrity on this island. You know, everyone from all around would want to hear about your exploits. Maybe that there is a new dungeon on the continent where they can come explore, and then you can murder them for their goods, huh? Makes for a great story. Oh, speaking of which, he looks over to your scrying mirror. You may want to take care of something very quickly. You guys look back, and on the scrying mirror, outside of the entrance to your dungeon, you see a group of, you count about 10 soldiers. 10 all-haven soldiers who just happen to be patrolling nearby. You see them stop. You see them look up at your dungeon. It's pretty distinct, right? And they're chattering amongst themselves. They look worried. You know, you might overhear a couple of them going like, should we report it in? What do we do? And of course, one of them has the greatest idea. Guys, let's go check it out.
Don't let them check it out. Yeah. Why?
Dwight, are all the traps set?
It just got made. No, how do you want to handle this?
Enough. On the double.
We could use a rest. We're not ready for this.
Oh, don't. Dwight motions to your horde of zombies. We have these guys. We've got. Hey, what are your cultist friends? And then, out of the blue, your 4 cultists just sort of snap to attention right in front of you guys. Like, hey, let us handle this, boss.
Okay.
Let us prove ourselves.
Okay, first, can we send as many zombies as we can to the very first room that they come in, just so it's just packed?
So we're just killing people now.
Mate, what have you been?
A few of the zombies
What would I
start
wanna
wandering
be?
towards the entrance.
Just so they open the door and it's just all zombies.
Oops, all zombies.
The cultist raises his hand. It's like, ooh.
What?
Okay. What if, right? We hide the zombies so that when they enter the room, you know, me and the other cultists can be doing something cool and cultisty, like, and we'll say something really cool, and then boom, zombies.
Like from the sky?
Yeah, we can put
Or
some
like
zombies up there.
around the corner?
All both.
No zombies in my cabin.
Both.
Both is
We're
good.
not going to put zombies here, because this is going to be on the first floor. They're not going to make it past the first floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Will you let us do it?
Yeah, take like 30 zombies.
Yeah, all right.
Go for it.
I'm surprised they're still alive.
Yeah, they've been putting up paintings and like washing clothes for the past few episodes. So they're really excited to have something to do. So the cultists super hyped about this new change in plans. Scurry around the cathedral. They sort of get a couple of like implements together. Like Dwight gives them a couple like bony looking daggers and short swords, right? And they sort of gather their 30 zombies around, and they march right up to the first floor. And while the squad of soldiers outside are still sort of talking amongst themselves and coming up with a plan. On your scrying mirror, Dwight, by the way, pulls up a couch. It's like, here, you might want to see how all this works, since this might happen more in the future. The cultists get to the level, you know, it's still sort of cleared out, it's still barren. They send 10 zombies that way, 10 zombies that way. They all sort of hide their fetid bodies against like crooks and behind like the big the things that would store the potted plants, you know. They then take the rest of the zombies and they sort of, there's a couple of rafters above, and they sort of like, you know, on the shoulder they push the zombies up. One of them falls. It's fine. Most of the zombies make it up there. The one zombie that fell, they just sort of give up on, and you're just like, all right, you come with us. You come up. You're gonna be part of our shtick, right? So they have this conversation right when the elevator starts to lower down into the dungeon, and they're like, well, okay, what should we be doing? Cultists usually do something cool, like when adventurers find them. Like we should be doing like a ritual, you know. Well, what kind of ritual? I don't know any rituals. Just. Oh, they're coming. Ooh, just do the thing. Ooh. So you see your 4 cultists start raising their hands like this over the zombie in the center. They formed like this small circle or say, ooh.
Back in the viewing room, Warblind is like almost choking on his food, like.
This is just what's happening. Okay. And you know, the elevator, the muscle elevator comes and settles onto the floor, and this is far away across the room. You can see it, but the group of guards step out of the elevator slowly with their spears, like, oh, shh. Seems like there's evil cultists on this floor. This is a proper dungeon. So here's how this is going to work. The dungeon is going to be a rolling mechanic like everything else. The way you position your troops and the way you field your resources, it's going to be a intelligence modifier plus wisdom modifier plus what I'm going to call your dungeon modifier. So far, your dungeon is at a +1. It's just up and running, right? It's just going to be an added modifier I'm going to tack onto these. Right now, your dungeon is considered a +1 dungeon. So you're going to be able to add that +1 onto your roll, which includes your wisdom modifier and your intelligence modifier. So whoever has the highest of those, or whoever wants to give your first dungeon escapade roll a try, have at it. And I will let you know what happens based on what you roll.
Nate, can you hand me that die you rolled earlier?
I'm pretty wise.
I want none of that.
Just roll a d20 for...
D20, then add your wisdom modifier, int modifier, and then your +1 for your dungeon modifier.
+3. Hey, 6.
6!
Total.
Yeah, total.
6. Perfect. All right. So, as the guards creep up, not even creep up, they just sort of walk towards the cultists. They're just out in the open, right? You see one cultist turn and go, aha! Adventurers! We're from Allhaven.
It was adventures. Phew. I've never done this before. I don't know why I thought we could do this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just give us a second.
So the guards are like, Are you evil cult? What? Are you evil cultists? It's like,
Yes, we're evil cultists. Okay, give us a look. We have these bone knives. Okay, we're evil. Okay, just give us a sec.
We can hear all this from.
yeah.
Oh wow, this is Dicey.
Couldn't even give him a script or anything.
And the guards are like, okay, so you are threatening us with your weapons.
Yes, we're no. Yes, forget it. Let's all the zombies, get in here.
And then having alerted the guards to the zombies, they form a formation like a circular formation with spears out. As the zombies start kind of finagling their way over the botany of plants. And a couple of zombies tried to get the drop on them from above, but unfortunately they all just sort of fall into a heap in front of the adventurer, so this is turning out real well.
Nice.
A couple of them lunge at the guardsmen. Unfortunately for your cultists, these guardsmen seemed fairly well trained. It's like someone rolled a 6 on the encounter. They're
Who did that?
Who did it? They're expertly able to start picking off these undead as they come closer. They shove their spears right into their faces. One by one, your zombies start to fall.
No.
Soon, in a blink of an eye, you've lost a good 10 zombies. And the cultists are just sort of sitting back like,
Okay, we didn't think this far ahead. What do we do now? They're really good.
They start looking up like they know that you can scry them. They're like,
Do I send them like a booming, intimidating voice, telling them to go away?
Dwight's like having his old famish like walks over to the mirror.
Go away.
And also tell him not to tell anyone about this.
Don't tell anyone. Really?
That just seems...
Just tell him.
Don't when you go, don't tell anyone about the dungeon you were just in.
Why?
Also tell him to have a nice day.
You do this. You talk to them.
All right.
They're like still killing us. It's like, what is that for? What is happening?
It's like, so what? I just walk over and
Yeah,
talk to
you're
him.
just talking to the mirror.
He goes, and also,
The voice changed.
he goes, have a good day.
Does that mean Pluck has watched Wilfred Brimley?
Pluck,
Someone else.
because of your expert interference, roll the same wisdom and intelligence check +1 to see if you can alter the way this fight is going.
Come on,
It's an
8.
improvement.
8? Wow.
dude. What are
They seem just sort of even spurned on more by the voices like,
Oh, they want us out. That means there's treasure in here.
and they continue to this perfect circular formation. They're able to take out most of the zombies that are
like,
coming at them.
I asked why. It's like, can we put stuff in the room from here? Can we just like poof it in there? What do we have to like?
What are you thinking?
I don't know. They want treasure. If they kill the zombies, can we just like throw them some like gold or something? Just like throw them some money, just so they'll leave. Like, oh, you did it, good job.
Thought you had to beat the dungeon for the loot.
Well, then we'll just let them think they did. They don't need to be coming down here.
Well, they're gonna tell somebody about it.
No, they won't.
They'll have finished it.
Yeah. And then we can tell them, oh, you beat the dungeon, and then now the dungeon disappears. That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
What about respawns?
It's, you're really splitting hairs here. Just trying to...
At this point, the cultists have took it upon themselves to actually let's see if they do, because it's not going well for them. Snick, come on. Yeah, that's a 6. So the cultists have all fled back through their little safety tunnel that they got to the first floor of, and the the guards have finished killing your zombies on this floor, and they're quickly making their way towards the back where the entrance to the lower floors are.
Someone, can they not come down here? I don't want to fight.
Let them come.
Why?
I'm not ready to fight. Are you ready to fight? I'm not.
I'm not fighting.
Got some daggers. Hey, Arnoff, how's that blade going?
You know, it takes longer than like 3 minutes to forge one of these.
Useless.
Can I get in there without like having to walk through? Can I just and then I'm there?
I mean, there is a shortcut for all of you. Yes, you can get up there pretty quickly.
Do I know if I'd be able to get there like before?
Yeah, you can get there before they find the entrance to the next floor.
Okay.
General.
I'd like to like just get there and cut them off so they don't get to the elevator.
Okay, so you just sort of like, as they're looking for the trap door to get to the next floor, you just sort of like, you know, there's a thing in the walls. You just sort of slide out.
Let's go with them.
It's like
You slide out with them.
it's like, gentlemen, congratulations! You've completed our not evil, murdery, totally fine dungeon. Congratulations.
There were so many zombies.
Right. And you've slain them all, and now there's none left. And as soon as you leave, this dungeon will be disappearing, and there will be no reason to talk about it. But I'll bet you think you get some kind of reward, don't you? For completing
generally at the end of these, yeah.
He's like, you have won. He kind of opens his coat. He's like, takes out a little like bag and it's like counts 1, 2, 3. 20 gold. He throws it. And bragging rights. But don't tell anyone, though. Just amongst
Is the economy that bad?
Then he looked at Kovacs. Is what he says true?
I'm going to activate my dreadful aspect and just be like, yes.
You don't even have to roll for that. They all sort of like pee themselves simultaneously, and they're like, okay, thank you. We're gonna yay us, you know, good for us. We're gonna go.
Right.
Thank you for the 20 gold.
Exactly.
And I guess we're zombie slayers now.
Congratulations.
We did it.
Hey.
And as they're leaving, they're like, oh, wait. No, we're not going to tell anyone, but like, what's the name of your dungeon so we can at least brag amongst ourselves?
Here we go.
Dungeon.
I feel like that's not going to be funny in like 2 years. But
Not with that fucking attitude, it's not
okay,
funny.
I mean, it's funny now.
And that's all that matters.
Yeah, okay.
Because you know what? All you have is now.
You know, that is what you said. Okay, we're gonna
Go!
they leave. They exit out your dungeon.
20 gold. 20 gold. I'd like to try to pickpocket 15 gold from Ironhoof.
What? Working on your swords.
Well, yeah, he's distracted.
That's true. Where's let's see. Sleight of hand. Roll sleight of hand with advantage because he is distracted. Making your swords.
18.
18? Yeah, you get 15 gold.
Stimulating the economy. You should be thanking me.
Wurblum has just been taken to mumbling to himself throughout this entire.
You would too.
I want to go upstairs and check on my zombies.
They did.
Yeah, you go up. They are sort of slain.
But don't they always come back?
You do notice their bodies are still sort of writhing on the floor, right? They've just taken a large amount of damage, you know. They're slain in that their brains are mostly destroyed, and that takes a while to recoup, even with Dwight's power. So they're all just sort of like twitching on the ground in like a meaty mess.
I want to try to help, like, sticking body parts as close together as they look like they should be.
Okay.
Just to like help them speed up the process.
Yeah,
or
Trix,
something.
Trix is great. She puts a couple bones
Just
together.
like, it's gonna be okay, you guys. It's gonna be okay. You did a good job. You tried your best.
They're really upset about losing.
Can't handle this.
You scoop one of their heads back together and it starts to come together. The brain gets back into the skull. They're gonna be okay. It's just gonna take them a little while.
I want to go back to the thing.
The viewing party.
Was the what?
The viewing
the
party.
viewing party.
Right. So you walk back to the scrying mirror. You overhear Horatio go, "First run of their dungeon equals massive failure. Very easy for adventurers to come and get loot. I've seen it for myself.
Hey, I made a profit. That's a success.
One of the villains is disillusioned."
Can I look at the review you wrote? I'd like to read it. It sounds like it's probably very accurate and very, very trustworthy. I won't even touch it. I just want to read it.
All right. He gives you a glance at what he wrote.
Okay.
It's
I can at least just like read through it, right?
Yeah. It's something like it reads like one of those sensation headlines, like extra. New dungeon falls to band of adventurers, destroys 30 plus zombies, gains hordes of gold.
It's like this is some top-notch journalism.
Yeah, thank you so much. The Yuan Times only employs the best.
I thought you were going to write propaganda for us.
This is propaganda. Once people know how easy it is to run through your dungeon, you'll have plenty of adventurers coming in no time.
When are you publishing this?
Where or when?
When? We're not ready.
Oh, well, whenever you're ready, I'll publish this.
Like, you know what?
So you are working for us.
Mr. Horatio.
Yes, Horatio.
It's like, I'm feeling almost inspired. I feel moved. I think journalism might be my new calling, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
We could use more journalists in this world to tell about all the crazy, magical, dragon-laced stuff that happens in
That
this
sounds
universe.
like a wonderful life that I'd love to live. Well, gosh darn it, I don't have the tools to write with, unfortunately.
You don't have a pen?
I have no pen, I have no paper.
I mean, he looks over at a desk with a stack of papers and a couple of pens. There's some, if you want.
Is it like the same as his, or is it?
Well, I mean, no, his pen is fashioned in a more like, his pen is a tiny snake. It's like a tiny green little snake with a head on and like some ink at the bottom.
Okay, but is the paper on the desk like is it all just the same paper? It's just
Yeah, it's all just the
right?
same
He's
paper.
like, you're already teaching me so much.
About pens and paper.
Thank you, Senpai.
Yeah, of course.
I appreciate you.
What did you just
Well,
Don't worry about it. Don't
I'm
worry
just gonna
about
write
it.
that word down.
Yeah.
Senpai.
Please do. I think
Is that one word or two?
I think it'll catch on.
One word. Senpai. Okay. So the bird person called me this word.
I like pick up the paper. I just like start writing. I'm just like trying to like, act like I'm like so into this. I'm just like, oh, look at him, right? I'm trying to be just like him.
Are you trying to pretend that you are, or?
Well, as I'm writing, I'm going to use my expert forgery to copy his handwriting and write other stuff.
All right. What are you writing? Or you'll come up with that later.
I'll come up with it. Basically, I'm going to try and write an article saying there is no dungeon, there is no us. Just everything talking about us is just completely like blown out of proportion and not interesting in the slightest.
Fantastic.
But I'm just going to like hold on to that.
All right. So you hold on to your stack of papers and pen, and you've glanced at enough of his handwriting to be like, yeah, I could sort of mimic that. Yeah.
Well, it says you have advantage on all checks made to produce forgeries.
Oh, okay. So you're really good at it. You just don't automatically succeed.
Right. So that's what.
Well, let me know if you do want to write anything. I'll have you roll for it when it happens.
Okay, cool.
How do we go about improving our dungeon?
Shady Jeff sort of like peeks in. It's like, hey, so, I noticed that you have a dungeon. I happen to know some people. It's going to take some money, but I can get you what you need.
You're always asking for money.
What's my first name?
Jeff.
No.
Gallows.
Shady. Okay. Anyway, look.
Wait, your legal name is Jeff, Shady.
Yeah.
So, you're not Jeff.
No.
It's not a...
Jeff is my last name.
It's
Why do you think people call me Shady Jeff?
Because Jeff is the last name. It's really shady.
What? Yeah, I guess it is.
There's a lot of layers to this.
Shady Jeff is a very complicated...
Must be nice to have a last name.
It is pretty nice.
Well, that does sound nice. That means you got a family, right?
Don't usually people have last names? You know, most people have last names.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I have a last name.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. How many of us have last names? Raise your hand.
Is that not normal?
No!
Not for an orphan.
Oh, must be nice to...
Well, you have a last name, you just don't know it.
So then I don't have one.
Wait a minute. You had all those orphan kids come up with names themselves and you don't have a last name. Just pick one.
Dwight in the corner.
Angry uncle. Stop arguing in my cathedral and pick a last name.
Yeah,
I'll
it
have
could
to
be
think on it.
anything.
Kovacs Jeff. I like it.
I can tell you Jeff is a pretty powerful last name.
We fought together. You're basically brothers.
Oh, what about Killmaster?
Is that his actual last name?
Yeah.
Sounds
Did
like
you
a
guys not
stage
know
name.
this? Yeah, I'm from the Killmaster family. What?
I'm confused. Who's saying they're from the Killmaster family?
Walter.
Walter.
Oh my god.
He's from the
Okay.
Killmaster family.
So Walter Killmaster and Jeff Shady.
How about Kovacs Angel's Bane?
The entire room falls silent for a second. Dwight's just like,
All right. See?
Kovacs Jeff. Yeah.
Why is everyone looking at me like this?
Mutters to himself.
oh, just sort of suddenly you kind of feel bad that you don't have a last name. Doesn't seem fair.
It's
Look,
fine.
do you want one too?
No. Having a last name implies you belong somewhere.
Oh, that's really sad. Or you just get two names. You don't have to throw that extra meaning on top of it if you don't want to. You're your own person.
I don't have use for one, so it's only something else to remember.
Okay, well, on the bright side, Kovacs, look, your friend doesn't have a last name and he's okay with it. A little depressed, but...
I didn't say I was okay with it.
Oh, I mean...
I just give him a little pat on the head.
He gets his like neck feathers kind of like little fluff up.
What's the fuck?
But yeah, if you guys want, you guys can give Shady Jeff a list of improvements you want for your dungeon, and he can give you a total of how much that'll cost you.
Can you make it invisible?
That's probably going to cost you significantly more, but I'll look into it.
Can you make it not kill people?
Yeah, most of my ideas involve magic.
I start writing all my ideas.
Oh my god.
Poker tables.
Oh, that's nice.
Poker? Do they kill people, or are they just poker tables?
Some kill people.
Only-
Some are just for us.
Only if I tell them to.
Tables that poke.
Why do
Yeah.
Poker tables!
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you get the pun, you're allowed through.
If you...
Do we each get a floor? Is that the thing?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Shady, is there a way after the spike room we could have a little room or a little hallway with just a big gust of wind that just blows you right back into the spike room.
Yeah. You know what? There's plenty of reactable wands out there that can do the same effect that you want.
The zoning laws on my casino property need to approve that first.
And
I approve of that.
And I want a maze, a mirror maze, just filled with fog.
nothing else in it, just fog.
Yeah.
That was a very triggering.
Mirror.
Oh no.
Maze with fog.
Maybe we'll put zombies in there at some point.
Parentheses, maybe with zombies.
Yeah.
Does Trixie still have my wand bracelet?
What? What are you talking
I don't think
about?
she ever gave it back to me.
And maybe like some spider webs, like really intense spider webs.
Oh, you know what? I know an animal trainer. I can get you the spiders that go along.
Yeah.
While she's into this talk, can I just swap our bracelets?
You want to roll for it, or you just want to walk up and try to just
I mean,
obviously
can I
trade?
roll against her?
Okay. That would be a
Sleight of hand?
perception versus sleight of hand.
Okay.
You get it.
15.
15?
2.
2? You're just really into this conversation because you're like,
Yep.
crap, I get a maze with spiders?
It's like not even stealthy, it's just like...
Right, you just sort of walk up and you're like...
Like, I imagine she's so into it, I actually was just like, oh, excuse me, sorry, I just wanted to put
That's
that
basically
back.
that.
There you go.
It's still a +1 AC? Is it still a +1 AC, that bracelet?
Yeah, it's still plus 1 AC. So yours lowers, unfortunately, now.
So,
All right, so you guys, I got some poker tables. Got the big wind wand that we're going to install in that hallway. Let's see, mirror maze with fog.
my floor,
Yeah.
can you make it like a forest? Like put
Forest.
some trees and some grass and some...
We've alady got a
deer.
greenhouse.
Trees, grass, little deer, maybe a little tranquil creek going through, little koi pond.
Should we build you a swamp?
Get out of my dungeon!
I'm highly offended. Maybe a little waterfall.
Get you some
Nice.
onions.
Irrigation's gonna run up the
How is
budget.
that floor going to stop anyone? That just sounds very nice.
Zombies.
You know what? Maybe the adventurers could use a break.
The break floor.
But if they try to attack any of the little animals in there, then I don't know. You're the crazy one. You think of something that'll kill them.
Okay,
Where?
what happens if they attack the cute animals on the forest floor?
Summons the excremental.
We'll make it a test. In which case, I won't feel bad about killing them.
Yeah, if they do anything to hurt the deer, yeah, we could summon the excremental as long as the excremental doesn't hurt the deer.
No,
Is this a mini boss?
Don't the animals
It's
in
a
my
bonus
forest.
This is a mini boss.
triggers the
This is the Kingdom Hearts level.
Yeah.
This is secret boss.
And if they defeat the excremental, the elevator does not unlock until they clean it up.
Yeah.
If they defeat, they have to clean
I can live with that floor.
before moving on.
And I don't think the elevator should work. It should only go one floor at a time unless it's us. Right?
Dwight's like, it already does that.
Oh, okay, good.
No worries.
I would like a linear corridor of high-intensity platforming action
Oh, here we go.
with strategic enemy placement and tight controls.
So they can only go forwards and backwards, up and down?
No, it just doesn't branch off or anything.
Okay.
Do you want like spike pits at the bottom? Fire?
Absolutely.
They have to have really good timing.
Yeah. Spike pits.
Spikes that kill you in one hit.
Giving fire and all the
Oh,
shit in the forest.
that seems a little too frustrating. Why would
Oh no,
anyone
it's
do
just,
that?
it's a very rewarding
I know a
challenge
couple of engineers
to
who can
overcome.
build something that shoots fireballs up and down. If that's
Yeah.
Can we
yeah.
also hire a plumber, preferably of the Italian variety?
what's an Italian?
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's some guys I knew back in the day.
Okay.
And at the
Very,
end of this,
very good.
At the end of this corridor, I'd like my room separated by 2 gates.
And maybe we could put Filbert in there to fight them.
It's just in the background like
That is.
We'll put some spikes on your back.
Awesome.
I was just going to fight them.
Also, since this is a lot for this, remember also sort of what your room is supposed to look like. I'm writing it down. You should also write it down, just in case I miss something.
Oh,
All right,
Can we give Phil a katana?
It's separated by 2 gates, and what else?
Oh, jeez.
My room is at the very end.
Yes.
And it's like gate. And there's just an empty hallway between the 2 gates to build suspense.
Nothing in between. They just have to walk through this gate, walk through a corridor.
Yep, walk through a gate, it closes.
Dungeon Master, we there yet?
And
Callbacks, man.
all right, so we got some stuff for Trixa. We got some stuff for Kovacs. We got some stuff for Pluck. Warbland, any special requests for your floor?
Which one?
The Underdark one.
Dripping noises.
Whoa!
Dripping noises. Unsettled adventures.
How did you do that?
Magic. That's that mimic, right? It'll just be Pluck sitting there like...
Warbland has like a minor flashback to his childhood. Mom?
How are you so good at that?
So consistent.
What do you think I did in high school? Paid attention in class.
Leaky faucet in the back of the class. All right, aside from dripping noises, anything else you would like for your floor? Because we got the dripping noises. They're going to be unsettled as hell.
Crickets.
Actual crickets or cricket noises?
Actual crickets.
Actual crickets.
Oh, and a giant one of those, what do you call them? The spinny, really shoot fast kind of guns. You know, the ones with that you crank. You got any of those?
Gun?
Guns?
What's a gun?
You want a Gatling gun?
Yeah. What? Is that what they call them?
I don't know if Gatling guns exist, but guns certainly exist. So okay, describe this to me. So it's
A
like
turret.
A turret, but it turns.
Sure. Just make it shoot really fast.
You know what? We're gonna strap like 8 rifles together and see what happens.
Fantastic.
All right.
As long as I can operate it.
So,
Turns.
what's this gonna run us?
Well, let's see here. You got.
Wait, is your hull literally just like, I have a large gun?
So far it is. Some crickets. It's drippy. Also, there is a huge minigun.
You just hear dripping and crickets in.
No one ever gets past Warbland's floor. Adventures report back. It feels like cheating.
Seemed imbalanced.
All right. So let's see. I'm just going to read this back to you guys really quick. The poker tables, and if they get the pun, they get to go through. The big wind device for the hallway. Did you want it to blow into anything, or just
It blows them right back into the spike room, so comes back down on them.
into spike room?
So they're like, "Whew, just got out of that." Nope.
Oh, that sucks to be them. All right. Big wind wand that blows them back into the spike room. We got the mirror.
Of course, the password Winkerbean sucks always works to deactivate any of these things.
Of course. All of these?
All of mine.
All right, we're going to train the giant spiders to settle down at the mention of Winkerbean sucks. Okay. Also, the mirror maze with the fog, maybe
Yeah,
some zombies.
a lot of fog. Really
A lot of fog.
obscuring.
We'll provide the fog, but you have to provide the zombies.
Okay.
All right, and of course we talked about the giant spider and the spider webs, and that's going to be scary. And the very specific forest floor with trees, grass, a creek, a waterfall.
Koi pond.
You didn't say koi pond.
Koi pond.
Okay, koi.
I say
That's gonna be an extra
Koi
something.
pond.
Okay.
Can you really put a price on tranquility?
You can. I mean, that's tell you.
Can you put a price on serenity?
And I'll somehow have
You
to
can
figure
put a
out
machine gun in
a
it.
way to make it so that if the animals get attacked, it summons your excremental. Well, we can figure that out. And of course, they have to clean it up before they move on. That's very specific. Okay, linear corridor coming up. It's they're gonna have to jump through some platforming areas, right? We got some spike pits. We got a fireball that goes up and down. We have an Italian plumber, whatever that means. And then it ends in a big hallway from one gate to the next. And there's nothing in it. They just sort of walk through it to get to your room. And for Wirblen here, we got some dripping noises, some actual crickets, and a massive gun at the end that will just shoot everyone.
All right. Also, can you split up the check?
No, this is going to be a lump sum.
Why?
That's just how it works.
I mean, if we could see a breakdown, then we could do it ourselves from there.
Okay, but it's my sources, and it's the easiest way for me. Also,
I don't like this restaurant.
did you say restaurant?
Hey, we're trying to split the check. Mm-hmm. Can't you do that?
I got it. But you know what? Here's the thing. If I give it to you and you categorize this one by one, it's probably going to be a little more expensive on your end because I can get deals on my end.
Right.
For example, all of this only cost you 1,500 gold so far.
Right.
Not bad. Not bad.
But what would it be by floor, if you think? Because then maybe it's a bigger sum in total, but it's less for each of us individually, especially if some of our floors are a little bit simpler.
Right. Well, I mean, I guess I can split that up for you, but it's gonna take some more time, and the longer your dungeon goes unfurbished. So, more adventures might show up before that happens. Or I could just give you this number now, which is 1,500.
All right, we can split it 4 ways, right? That works for me.
Of course. It's no difference.
Yeah.
I'm certainly not paying for you.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. I don't want to put money toward killing.
375 each.
I'm good for it.
Yeah, fine.
Sure,
Okay.
I just don't
For all
have the
intents
money
and
yet.
purposes, though, if you're typing out that receipt, can you just put that mine was for just for my floor? Yeah,
What was it?
75.
75. Right.
375 per person. There we go. All right. So you guys produce the gold.
I don't.
And if you don't have it, someone may have to cover what you lack.
How much are you lacking?
Oh, about 315.
Oh.
Should I have money?
I feel like you should. Like every time you get gold.
Yeah.
Anna sort of comes between you. Mm-hmm. Have you just not been writing it down?
Nope.
Okay. How much do you guys have on you? Zach, I know you have a little more because you stole at the beginning of the.
Yeah, that's been keeping me going for a while. After this purchase, I had 480.
You should. And how much money did you have?
I choose not to dispel this information.
Dispel?
I choose
Divulge?
I feel like you should have at least around 400 gold.
After this, I have 290.
Let's say because.
But that's because I stole a lot.
Right, you did steal a lot. I'm almost positive you have at least 400 gold at this point.
Okay. I'm cool with that as just a minimum amount or whatever.
Hey, Kovacs, if you can't make the price, I know for a fact that Kovacs, or Ironhoof, has 20 gold in his pocket. Should see about that.
I'm not stealing from Ironhoof.
You're a terrible necromancer, mate.
I'm not a necromancer. So, yeah, I'll fork it over.
Necromancer is not very good at his job.
I'll fork over that 375.
All right, so 375 for each person. Shady Jeff gathers the gold up. He puts it in a little cart. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go get my contacts. We're gonna spiff up your dungeon, and I've interacted with my share of dungeons. They're actually a pretty good income source for whoever owns it. Whoever comes in, fails at the dungeon, drops up off their stuff, and plus, if we're going to be taking back this island, we're going to need those resources. So I think this is a pretty good investment. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Sounds like a good meat grinder to me.
Now, before I head off, and just as your friend, what's your plan here? So now that Thizbanar's invaded the island, and Allhaven's closed down its everything, what's the plan?
Plan? They could beat each other to hell. I just want Wickerbean's head on a platter.
Well, yeah, but to get to him, you're going to have to get into Allhaven.
We can do that.
Yeah, just kill them all.
We're superheroes there.
I just want to.
Technically, we still are.
Yeah.
You just want what?
I just want to sit in my forest. So maybe we could start with that floor.
Well, it's a good thing.
We could put a.
Actually, you know what? Since you already have a botany floor, I can take some of this gold off you if you wanted to share that floor. It's already going to be green.
Wait, do what now?
Hey, share the floor with the botany stuff. I can take off some of the gold, save some.
But you'd move it to the new foresty floor, right?
Yeah, that's fine. We'd have to find a new first floor, but
Tyler's not going to be happy.
Who?
your big Minotaur friend.
That's fine. I think they'll appreciate the new spruced up, lovely.
You are going to have to share the floor though with her.
Oh, share it with her.
Yeah.
No, I'm fine. You
Okay.
no.
No savings had.
My forest.
All right, so this dungeon will be ready for you fairly soon. Now that Shady Jeff has employed his contacts, but for
I
now,
have an idea.
yes.
It's crazy. But I think I know how we can get into Allhaven without dropping a single drop of blood. Remember that drow? We'll do it later.
Okay.
That drow, the magister or whatever. What if we, as the Haven Spears, offered to be a double agent for her and played both sides?
Does she even know that the
All right, so you can stay home.
I don't
Come
think
back. We're actually triple agents, because we're actually working to kill Winkerbean. But I know quadruple agents, because actually we're working to kill him for ourselves. So,
But in quintuple agents, because we're trying to. Sorry, I thought you'd chime in with the next thing we do.
I just improvise. This isn't their fault.
All right, so
The point is, she's stupid, and you should turn on her at some
I
point.
agree, she's stupid.
hey,
She may know me. Does she know me?
The drow?
Yeah.
You don't know. All you know that is in your one interaction with her, she was very suspicious of Anya, and that's all you gleaned because you just haven't had any others.
she doesn't even know that the superheroes have ever done anything wrong.
hey,
Exactly. And she knows I'm
If we
Phoenix.
go in costume.
hey.
That's right.
Exactly.
Walter kind of chimes up in the back. It's like, hey, I just wanted to chime in, and they did sort of, well, you know how I was the leader of the group, right? So there might be some suspicion that the Haven Spears have been corrupted. My bad. I got arrested.
Fair
Sorry.
point.
But so is she.
Great.
Right.
The drow?
Did you tell them that we were all bad?
No, I kept my mouth shut.
Do I
But they
believe
could
you?
probably assume.
All right, so new plan. We make a new supergroup with less offensive costumes, and we pitch to take down the corrupt Haven Spears.
Are you rolling persuasion on us?
That wasn't actually a roll. It was for dramatic effect.
I don't know if I can afford another costume.
Yeah. And ours are pretty functional.
Well, I can.
Right.
We could just retrofit our current ones.
Right, we could redo them so they're like the same, but again, less offensive.
What if we're like flying squirrels instead of birds?
Sure.
There's going to be some druid out there that's horribly offended by that. We can't really.
Hey, I'm not
afford
even
to worry
offended
about
by that, so.
Dwight's in the back.
I'm a little offended by that, just sitting here.
Well, guess how many people asked you?
I'm just saying, you're just throwing the offended word around, just pitching in.
Your opinions were irrelevant 400 years ago.
So was my name. What's wrong with Dwight?
Just having like a midlife crisis in this cathedral.
Either way, I think we should sleep on it for roughly 8 hours.
Okay.
Specifically 8 hours.
If that's plausible.
Yes, very
Yeah.
plausible.
All right.
You're going to have to go into the new Pretty Cook Inn and sleep on those beds again.
Can't we just get some, like, bone beds made here?
You'd have to go buy them. Everything here is made out of Dwight viscera.
Right, so if we...
Would you rather sleep in a zombie?
Yeah, let's see how the Pretty Cook's doing.
Yeah, so if you guys... is there anything else you guys want to do for the day before you settle in for a long rest?
Nah.
Okay.
I wanna cast Speak with Animals ritual and just talk about the day with Smith.
The ritual, right?
Yeah.
Okay. A ritual I'll allow. You're deep enough in this necromantic layer that ritual will not sound a...
And I've got the basic bracelet.
Oh, you got the basic one? Okay. Even so, you're so deep within the cathedral. Because necromancy, especially from the undead, is kind of messes with the golem's kind of magic sensors to begin with. And they can't really detect magic cast by the undead. Since you're surrounded by it, even if you did not have the bracelet, here it's probably safe to cast lower level magic without, summoning summoning instant death golems.
Okay.
All right, yeah. So you cast that, Snick, and you are just sort of like hashing out the details of life.
Yeah.
Anna, you are a very good friend.
Who?
I'm sorry. I know many things. I'm very wise. Anna to me.
The omnipresent snake.
No, I think I had a cousin named Anna somewhere.
Oh, nice. It's so nice. I've never had a name. I've always been Snick.
Oh.
He's becoming aware.
Do you have a last name?
Snick.
Why is he hissing me like that?
Do you have a last name?
Snick.
His last name is Snick. Snick.
Kovacs, Jeff, Snick. Yeah.
I go to bed.
So did you have fun today, Snick?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I'm starting to get used to the supervillain life.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure that's what we are at this point.
Yeah, it's fun, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I mean, once you kill enough people, it's hard to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
I've accepted it, and this is just my life now. And also my zombie Snick, which is his zombie friend. I don't have a zombie Snick. He's doing okay. He keeps me company when you're busy. Yeah. How are you doing?
Good. I'm doing great. I'm excited about our dungeon.
Oh, yeah.
If you have any ideas for that, let me know.
Maybe I can have a floor.
Yeah? Okay.
Yes,
What do you
would
want?
have a floor. It would be very tiny. They would come to the floor, and then maybe like they're standing around and they're going, oh, maybe this isn't even a floor. This looks like a broom closet. Then all of a sudden, a big hammer falls on their head. The hammer I
Okay.
have. I bought one.
Oh, you bought a hammer?
I bought a hammer
You have money?
a long time. Well, no, it was on his money, but I have one.
Okay, where is it?
Yeah, hold on. Let me go get it.
Where is he going?
He's going to get a hammer he bought.
Oh, he's going... He's what?
What'd I say?
How'd he buy a
A
hammer?
giant warhammer falls just in between you guys, right on the floor. Kind of pops out behind. It's like, here you go.
How? I've got so many questions.
I want to hold it in one hand and my battle axe in one and just
Is there like a snake market somewhere?
The warhammer is significantly heavier.
How did it... Who threw this?
We're gonna put it in a broom, small floor.
Where's this bin?
I don't know.
What storage does he have?
He's got his own life.
I think that snake is Odin.
Yeah, it's, I keep busy.
We're gonna put this in the dungeon. It's gonna fall on people's heads.
It's going to be great.
How'd he get it out here?
He went and got it.
Yeah, I've had it. It's been a long time.
He's had it. It's been a long time.
But no, I physically put it in front of us.
I don't understand this question.
I don't know. You got a tail.
Yeah.
What? So this little thing moves it to. Can I like try and pick up the hammer and see how much
It's
it is?
incredibly.
It's like so.
It's like a good solid 25, 30 pound hammer.
So this thing
Yeah.
slithered his happy ass to a closet.
Yeah.
It's happy. It's very happy.
He's very happy. Yeah.
Yeah, if it eats, it shakes.
It's true. I do poop.
It's
And he
true.
just kind of lassoed himself, and Ludi do. He has a giant fucking hammer.
That's what it looked like.
I got my eye on you.
Don't underestimate Snake.
The bird person's very angry today.
Yeah.
She's very.
I think he's just intimidated. He didn't
Stop
expect you to
hissing
be
at each
so-
other. Don't like it.
What are you saying to him? I didn't feel like casting the spell. I'm out of slots, whatever that means.
He doesn't like that you seem so angry at him.
I'm jarred by this.
He's jarred.
Jarred. Oh, I didn't mean to make you jarred.
He didn't mean to make you jar.
Let me help. Just starts off.
Wait, he's got a jar too.
What's he doing?
He's helping.
Wait, what?
Here, just come here.
Tell him I'm not.
Come here.
Tell
I
him.
want to try to drag.
No, tell him I'm not into
No,
snakes.
this is fine. This is fine.
This is fine.
It's not fine.
Snake slithers up your face, just sort of like presses his open mouth against your face. Just shh. It's okay. Feel how soothing that is?
Feel how soothing that is?
Yes.
Yes. It's
Are you
all.
calm now?
Are you calm now?
I need an adult.
Well, Kovacs.
I just opened my door. Would you all keep it down?
Sorry. Do you like see just this?
Yes. And I just stop.
Like, looks to you as if you guys just like, help.
Okay, Snake, come back.
Carry on.
Are you ready for bed, Snake?
Oh, yes, I'm ready. Sorry, your friend was far too big to swallow.
Yeah. One day.
One day.
I have to go.
I'll practice.
Yeah.
Where's my room? Do I have a room?
You do, and it's horrifying as the rest of them.
I haven't seen this, have I?
No. There is a bed and there's toiletries, but they're all made of some mix of bone, viscera, sinew, and just blood.
Oh, but it's a good thing we came back here instead of, you know.
Yeah, there is a
sleeping.
working faucet, and there's just blood.
Yeah.
Oops, all blood.
All blood.
Like, oh, so when I was like, you know, oh, we better not sleep on these bone beds. We should go back and sleep on these bone beds. It's way better.
Are there
But
any?
at least these have blood.
Are there any spirits on the bar?
Oh yeah, of course.
Good call. Yes, please. Go.
The pretty cook has set up about half of his stock at the new bar. He's trying to get used to the horror himself. So he doesn't feel that comfortable behind the bar yet, but there he is, working like a professional.
I were blunder. I'd ask you to have a seat, but
Also pluck.
I don't want. Oh, and Plug, I don't want to assume that you want to be sitting on any of these.
The stools are all human faces, just contorted in horror.
What's the bar?
Is
Rich right. Oh, it's the bar. The bar, for one reason or another, is a rich mahogany.
I look at
I came to drink all of your whiskey and sleep on that.
I look at the bar seat and like I'm assuming are there like napkins on the bar or something?
Yeah, but the napkins are also made of viscera. It's just the mahogany table.
I like
Bar itself.
okay.
Only room for one there, chap.
No, I was just gonna like try and cloth something over a seat.
Okay. Well, you could take the napkin. It's a drier viscera.
Okay, I just kind of
Yeah, you peel it off. There's an uncomfortable squelch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. I just kind of uncomfortably like sit. Okay, that vibrated a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna stand.
You stand.
It's fine. I'm just kind of leaning on the bar, like this is fine.
Yeah. Leaning on it is fine. It doesn't scream or moan.
I prefer my furniture not to yell at me.
But yes, he has plenty of whiskey to drown you in.
Glug, glug, glug.
Glug, glug. As well.
You sit at this horrific bar and drink whiskey. Every once in a while, you hear the quiet screaming of the forge next door.
Anytime I hear any kind of screaming, I just like try and scream over, like, ah! If I don't hear it, it didn't happen.
That better mean my swords are almost ready.
It's been like half an hour.
I've tried to find like one spot like on the bar to focus on where I don't see anything horrifying and my vision just won't move from there.
Oh, there's like an empty spot next to its chin that's sort of bare.
On the bar?
No, on the bar seat.
No, I'm just like staring at the bar, just like, all right, this field of view, nothing scary. No,
it's a nice mahogany.
It's a nice mahogany.
It's like you're almost at, a non-horrific place.
It's like I'm at a non-horrific place. I'm in this moment, and I will not leave conscious.
You guys drink heavily of the whiskey.
You got a friend in me.
Get nice and crunk. Kovacs, you just going straight to bed. Mm-hmm. Trixa?
Yeah, I'm just eating and going to bed.
Okay.
I'm going to bed on the bar after I get myself into a stupor.
You're just like that.
I drink until I just pass out, and where I land is where I sleep.
Okay. So
I regret giving you that information already.
Shall we call it a night then?
Yep.
Sounds good.
So you get your 8 hours of rest. You get your long rest. Your spell slots refresh. You gain all your HP back. In the next morning, you guys wake up fine. You're a little stiff on the bar top, but it's fine. It's fine. You slept in worse places. Your Plex, your face.
Yep.
Your face is right on the bar stool. Very tender against the cheek of the face with the blood coming out of the eyes and the nose and frozen in an eternal scream.
Can I see him before he wakes up?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to grab the head of the bar stool and just like start shaking it violently. Go, "Ooh, I'm the ghost of your past."
It screeches in pain.
Yeah. Oh shit!
Ah, Christ!
It spits up a little blood, in fact.
Good morning. That was very fun to watch from a distance and not be involved in it all. Morning.
Pluck will remember this.
You awaken to sounds of construction within the dungeon. It seems that Shady Jeff's folks have already started to get to work. You see in the scrying mirror as Dwight makes sure that everything is kosher and all. These mortals have started to just chisel away at bits of the bone, and it started constructing traps. And you see that the big wind tunnel is being built, and there's a bunch of folks planting grass and like carving out this. It's a little difficult to carve out a place for a waterfall because every place they shove a shovel, it starts to bleed and scream. So, they have to be paid a little extra, but they manage to get through it without running in horror.
I want to go carry the Warhammer to Shady Jeff and be like, hey, just add this to like a little broom closet sort of room somewhere.
Okay,
and just when they come in, it just pow right on the head.
We're totally going to add a restroom halfway through this dungeon, just out of convenience for everyone, but I think that's where it should go.
Good.
Just you put it right above the toilet.
Wow.
Also, you notice they've installed a quick shortcut for you specifically. It's a hidden shortcut at the beginning of the dungeon, so when you arrive back, you don't have to go through your own dungeon to get to the cathedral. So there's a very short employees entrance off to the side.
Can it actually have an employees only sign on it?
Please.
It can, but man, that's going to be pretty obvious to folks walking in. It's like, employees only.
I mean, I'm assuming there's some kind of system to where they can't just.
It's like the underground tunnels at Disney World.
All right. Well, what do you want? Do you want it to be like a passphrase, or do you want it to be Winkerbean sucks?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. The employee's entrance is activated.
That's the spirit.
Code phrase Winkerbean sucks.
Winkerbean
And
sucks.
it'll take you right down to the belly of the beast, as it were. Let's see. Your floor was actually fairly simple to construct. Everyone else's there's digging and crafting involved, but yours they tied these 8 semi-automatic black powder rifles together, right? And they've constructed this mechanism with this crank, and they show you when you awake. It's like, hey, is this? Let us know if this is what you're thinking. And they crank this rifle. Each barrel has about 5 shots in it. So this, while it doesn't work for too long, it is in fact the world's first minigun. It cranks and these explosive shots ring out from the barrel over and over and over and over again. About 40 shots worth.
Does it need a person there to crank it?
Yeah, it does need a person to crank it.
Could a zombie crank it?
You could try to order it to crank it, sure.
What, you just gonna live there?
If only we had this during the war.
Yeah, this is fairly new technology. Black powder usage is spreading, but not to this degree. But it seems to work just fine.
Oh yeah, it does. I have a room right there in that.
Yeah,
in that
he has his own like
little
little
bedroom.
Sorry, I didn't ask you. Like, did you want that furnished too? We can retroactively get that furnished real quick.
I think Spartan. Yes.
Yeah, okay. It's a very you'll walk into a very militaristic kind of like professional kind of bunk area, right?
Yeah.
Plenty of storage, plenty of you have a weapons rack, you have everything that you could want, but in a very kind of minimalistic way. Right.
Cool.
Hey, Shady,
Yes.
do we have any zombie bugbears?
Zombie bugbears. I think that's more or less your department. You got a lich friend.
Hey, Dwight,
He's on the couch reading a book. He's got glasses on. Yes.
do we have any zombie bugbears?
Zombie. I gave you necromancy powers for a reason. You could go out and acquire one.
I don't know any bugbears.
I know a dead one.
There was a bugbear. You chopped his head off and...
Could go down and get his soggy corpse and give him the funeral he deserves.
Oh, he's probably.
Where was
Oh,
that?
yeah, he's probably bloated and gross.
He's a zombie. They're all bloated and gross.
I think that sank outside of the Allhaven Harbor. He's probably still there.
Yeah, have fun with that.
I don't know. I think it'd be fun to have a zombie bugbear in our dungeon.
Ah, fun, that's the word.
I mean, I could send some zombies over and try to collect the corpse.
Yeah!
All right. It's easier than me reanimating a bugbear.
Or the cultists, if they'd be more effective. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Cultists!
So we
Send a double-sized crew. Taraxis used to have ration stealing issues.
So we just have like hundreds of zombie PAs at this point.
You have around, not 300 anymore, no, they're back, they're regenerated at this point.
Who do you think's holding the cameras?
All right, so Dwight sends a squad of undead to retrieve the corpse of Diraxis. Let's see. So we got the bugbear zombie on its way. Just as the zombies leave, you see that they're bringing in this really ferocious looking giant spider. They've got it on these leashes. It's obviously not very comfortable with its surroundings yet. It eats one of the workers, but they're pros. They handle it, right? So they're able to wrangle this giant spider into the kind of monster pen area, where Sir Pickleton is.
I want to cast my ritual again.
To speak to animals? Yeah. Okay. You spend some time to cast the ritual.
I want to go up to him.
Oh, the giant spider?
Yeah.
Okay.
At a safe distance and just be like, hey, big guy.
Hey,
Hi.
You speak spider?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Sometimes. It takes a little while for me to turn on, but sometimes.
I didn't know if I was gonna know anyone here. I was so scared.
I know. I was worried about that, so I just wanted to come and welcome you and tell you that we're really happy you're here and we want you to be comfortable.
Thanks. You know, my roommate seems like a little intense. Sir Pickleton's just very.
What's your name?
Oh, my name is Jiju.
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 Okay.
Jiju the giant spider.
I'm Trixa.
Hi,
This is
Trixa.
Sir Pickleton.
Oh, hi, Sir Pickleton.
Sir Pickleton, I can help translate if you'd like to say something. This is Jiju.
Sir Pickleton wanders over, sits over, is like, "Oh, good translator. I thought we were just going to be sitting here uncomfortably and awkwardly for a while. I don't speak giant spider."
Yeah. I thought that was a possibility.
Yeah.
I'm just watching them like roar and hiss at each other in the corner, like.
But Jiju seems to get along with Sir Pickleton.
Good.
Okay. He is aggressive, but only because he's kind of scared to be where he is. You know, he's a very skittery young man.
Yeah, we'll probably be having some adventures down here soon, and you can eat them, and hopefully it'll be pretty tasty.
I was gonna ask what you guys do about food.
Yeah.
So I can just eat whatever adventures wander in.
Yeah, as long as it's not one of my friends.
Which ones are your friends?
my
Just so
friends.
I know.
Come on. Come meet Jiju, the giant spider.
Jiju. As it sees you, its multitude of eyes flare up. It's a predator-like jaws spread open in a greeting, like "Hello, friends."
He's really sweet. He said hello, friends. Okay, these
I'm
are
also
the
gonna
friends that you
cast
don't
Speak with
eat.
Animals to not know.
Before you cast that out of context, it's just a giant, massive roar of saliva coming down its face.
Is it trying to eat us?
No,
I still will do. I will do that even more so. Like,
He said hello, friends.
You cast the spell in the middle of roar, and it's like, "Hello, everyone. My name is Jiju. I'm a giant spider." it flops its little spider legs around as if to show you.
Yes. Hiss, rattle, hiss.
And it pulls some webbing out of its spinner and it wraps it around its hands. Like, see, I can do this.
I reach for my sword, but then I realize I don't have a sword, and I get sad.
He's really
it's like,
nice.
he says he can do that.
I can see that he can do that.
He seems
What is he doing?
He's I
Some
don't
kind
know,
of
but he
dance
seems
move.
excited about it.
Going to wrap us in that?
Oh, I could only hope.
Hey, can you put some of that on my hands? Could I climb the wall with it?
You're really asking for trouble now.
He gives you these little sticky mittens
Yeah.
and
Okay.
just ties it off in little bows.
Okay, I want to try to climb a wall with it.
It's very easy. It's as if you were under the effects of spider climb. I think it's called spider climb.
Yeah.
But so no magic involved. You're just like, hey, it's great.
Never
Do you
mind,
guys
it's
want
incredible.
some?
Yes.
I don't know how long these things last, but it's fun.
It's like,
Give me some.
I'm afraid of heights, so I'll pass.
He wraps your hands in these little mittens.
I just like start climbing and jumping all over.
It's
like
fun.
pretending to stab invisible enemies.
It's a lot of fun. Though it is a little hard to pretend to stab something because your hands are literally covered in this white goop.
Okay. I don't have any weapons either. I'm just like, blah, blah, like pretending.
All right, so now, you've got this giant spider. So what's my job here? I know you said I can eat as many adventures as you
Yeah.
want.
That's really your job.
Oh,
Like, you're just a guard. Just don't let any bad guys through.
so you
And
just want me to hang out here?
yeah, hang out with Sir Pickleton and
Sounds like a...
build your web how you like it.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
so cool. Okay, I'm gonna build a big web.
Yeah.
It's a great web. It's gonna be great so long as it don't kill you.
And with that, Jiju scurries off and starts to build a nest for himself.
I turn to Sir Pickleton. It's like, so
Well, Ziju seems to be an okay guy. We have a couple of interests, murdering adventurers. That's big, That's like number one. Seems likes architecture. I can appreciate that. Oh, and he promised to spin me a hammock.
well, that's really nice.
Yeah, that's really nice.
It's really nice.
I never used a hammock before.
Yeah, this is fucking great.
Like one big happy family.
Yeah.
Well, Well, I'm very happy for
Good.
everyone.
Okay, well, Sir Pickleton, you just come and get me if you ever need me to translate.
Righto.
Okay, you just gotta like snort and like push me with your snout because I won't understand if I don't have my spell on.
Okay.
So that the monster floor is taken care of. Your floor is still in the process of being built. It's not quite ready yet. The forest floor is probably going to take the longest because there's a lot of mechanics in here that they're going to have to figure out.
Well, it's supposed to be.
But
can the forest part be done soon?
the forest part can be planted more or less soon.
Great.
In fact, one of them comes to you, one of the workers is like, sir, I was told to ask you about the forest level. Everything seems to be in order. We just can't figure out how to make the waterfall stop water falling blood. That's just the one big thing we're trying to get.
What about the creek?
Oh, the creek is also filled with blood. Yes.
So all liquids are blood.
Yes.
What about the vegetation? Is it green at least?
It's green, but you just don't want to eat any of it.
Oh, I didn't plan.
Okay, good. As long as you're not eating the vegetation, because
all right. So let's if all the liquid's blood, then maybe let's just nix the liquids and just keep it trees and grass and things like that.
Okay, well, it's just the problem is since we had to dig for the waterfall, there are gaping wounds, and that is where the blood is coming from.
All right, well, just like stitch them up, patch the wounds, it's treatable. And then just...
Okay, we're gonna try.
All right.
They're very large wounds.
Right.
And it's a lot of blood.
So you started digging, and then there was blood, and you're like,
it
well,
just
then we
started
should...
bleeding everywhere. Well, we thought we had to dig an entire water, so we just kept digging, and the wound's very deep, and we'll try our best. We'll try our best.
Look, just if people walk through here and they're trying to get a tranquil experience and find their center, and they see
sir, we can only do so much. You are living in a monstrosity of a dungeon.
You think I don't know that?
Well, no, yes, sir, but we can only do so much. All the koi have died due to the blood.
Sounds hilarious.
You put the koi in the blood.
Sir, we only do what we're contracted to do. The good news is they have resurrected.
God damn it!
So you still get to keep the koi. They are swimming around. They seem to like the blood a lot.
So he doesn't get a refund.
Sorry, sir. It's one time only payment. We spent the gold.
Can I see it at least?
Oh yeah, please.
Can I get a vibe of it?
Come on over to the forest floor. Everyone, if you want to see it, it's actually.
Oh, I want to see it.
It's beautiful. So it's
It's not tranquil, is it?
It's some of it is. Some of it is perfectly tranquil. There's a nice spot with a tree and some grass, right? You can hear the babbling brook.
Right.
You just don't want to look at it. You can hear it, right? And that's lovely. There's your koi pond. Everything about it is as you want it, except for the fact that it's filled with blood and zombie koi, right? And the greenery goes up far enough that you can ignore the bone and viscera on the roof because they can't quite cover that. It's just very tall.
It's like we need more canopy vegetation. I just want to cover all that.
We're gonna attempt that, sir. It's just it gets real bloody and viscousy up there, but nothing seems to want to take to it. But we're gonna give it a shot.
Can you is there something we could seal that off with? Something like some kind of hard acrylic or something to where.
You want us to paint it?
Maybe anything.
Okay.
Just
okay. So he writes it down. It's like, hey, why don't you take some blue paint up there and I'm sorry, green paint, make it kind of blend in if you can.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, he's gonna take care of that.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
We don't have to pay for any incidences with the spider, right?
No, that's on us. It's part of our contract that we take care of any fatalities on our end.
I love insurance.
Shite contact, man.
It's all right. We've got it taken care of. We didn't. That guy wasn't that great of a.
He was obviously slow if he couldn't run from the spider.
Yeah, right. He's light on his resume.
I want to control undead a fish and make it always stare at Pluck. You don't know I'm doing.
Kovacs is just like,
Can I see if do I notice this?
After a while, you do. During your conversation with the construction person on your floor, you're like, okay, yeah, they're going to try to cover up the paint, and
I keep looking at this undead fish.
it's just.
I speak with animals. I'm just like, what? Well, good thing I used a spell slot to learn that.
Hey, I mean, so did I, but it was worth it.
Can I I try to reach in, and then I just kind of take the fish and just turn it around.
You turn it around, and it just, without even moving its fins, somehow rotates back in the water.
Do I have any inkling that
No, for some reason, this just koi fish is staring at you.
I'm just I go to the contractor. I'm just like, all right, so I'm gonna need you to just completely wall off all the bodies of water. I don't want to see them.
What do you mean by wall off? Just
I don't know, trees, wood, stone, freaking throw a camel blanket over it. I don't care.
Right.
I don't want to
blanket.
see it. Just make it hidden, out of sight, out of mind.
Then it can be a trap.
Can I attempt to sleight of hand one of the fish into Pluck's bag?
Do I get any rules against this shit?
Sleight of hand versus what's it called? Perception.
Flux needs so much therapy.
Wait. Fuck! Oh, never mind. I'll stick with that one. 2 versus 1. Plus I have +6, so 8.
Yeah, he it's not the most sneaky you've ever been. Yeah, you're just like. But Pluck, you're
Pluck just lets it happen.
You're traumatized enough where it's like,
yep,
this is my life.
It just sitting there. I just hear I'm like,
and it is that same koi. It's just looking up at you like.
I don't even look. I'm just like, it's in my bag, isn't it? It's in my bag. Right.
Well, who did that?
Pluck just walks to the edge of the blood lake, and then just kind of just planks face first into it.
Into the blood?
Yep, and just kind of floats.
Pluck, make a Constitution saving throw.
Dude, what is with this? 6.
Okay.
I've seen so many just Nate ones in the chat this episode.
I don't understand what's going on in my rolls today.
You temporarily, for this day, lose a point of Constitution.
Okay.
Off your sheet.
Cool.
This is very corrupted blood.
Cool.
And
We should incorporate more of this into our
you
dungeons.
didn't know we did that up until now, so new information.
Must have been the wrong blood type.
Enough of the corrupted blood will hurt stats.
Cool.
Hey Jeff, if you got more of this laying around, let's just
Actually, I'm pretty sure that's all you guys. That's just literal blood from your building.
So we just need to dig a hole and it'll happen?
Yeah, that's what we did here.
Okay, cool.
So I'm assuming my stage is going to be completely filled. Sorry, not stage, floor. Is going to have plenty of blood.
Oh, sure. We can replace some of the. So you want some? We can cut back on some of the spike pits. Replace some of that with just big pools of this awful corrupting blood.
Dig some holes, just at random points in the mirror maze.
Okay. They holes in mirror
Great.
maze. As the construction folks are finishing up these touches for your rooms, Horatio actually steps up and it's like, "Oh, friends, your building looks so great. It seems like a big step up from yesterday."
You just hear a breath of bubbles, just
Dwight came to ask me to come tell you that new adventurers have showed up.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very quick because I wrote that little pamphlet and I started spreading it out and in the All Haven.
You said you wouldn't publish that until we told you to.
Oh, I'm not publishing. I just make flyers.
That's publishing it.
No, that's setting the groundwork. That's
snake.
knocking door to door. That's don't worry about it. Look over there.
Okay, who's here?
All right, so he leads you to the scrying mirror really quick, and this time instead of a group of guards, right? It's your average kind of adventurer setup. There's 6 of them. There appears to be some sort of cleric. There appears to be some sort of caster. There's a rogue, obviously with some knives. There's a warrior up front, right? And there appears to be some sort of wilderness kind of, probably a druid with a staff and all. And in the middle, there's a small little halfling with a lute. Bard.
Oh my god!
They've all got this pamphlet in their hands. Like they're all looking up at it, like. Definitely not secret hideout. This is the place. Yeah, we heard that you could make really easy gold here. Yeah. Just some zombies, I think. Yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
Reminds me of us.
I want to go grab some food from Pretty Cook and sit in front of the mirror.
Hopefully.
I'm still. Fluck turns over. Fluck turns over so he can breathe, but he just keeps kind of floating through the blood, just like.
Jesus.
It's a great music video.
It's actually kind of nice, if you can just look past the corrupted blood.
Well, I'm just looking straight up, so.
Oh yeah, you see that they have covered it with some green paint.
Oh, that's a little nicer.
That's a little nicer. You can barely tell there's bone and viscera underneath all that. It's like trees, some paint.
You can hardly see the despair and illustrative sky of just impending death.
Yeah. The construction workers have created these grassy rugs that they've put over the rest of the bodies of water, and they walk over. It's like, sir, do you want us to
leave me?
Okay. We'll just set this here if you want to use it.
Sure.
Yep. All right, boys. We're done with the forest floor. Let's see. The forest floor is complete. The giant spider floor is complete. They haven't showed you, but the mirror maze is also complete. The only thing that's really under construction still is the your platforming thing, because that's a lot of back and forth labor. They also have to set up fireballs, and now they have to dig extra holes. Also, one last thing before we take off, the construction worker comes to you, Trixa, and they're like, by the way, one of you, I forget who, but you ordered these poker tables?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sir, where do you want these set up?
In the casino room.
Oh, okay, I'm just asking. Just doing our jobs. You didn't specify. You just ordered these poker tables.
Where do you put the poker tables?
All right, so they take them downstairs to the casino, and they set them up next to the little slot machines that have the skulls.
Yeah.
All right, and the only way out of this room that they've set up is to get the pun.
How that manifests, I'm not entirely sure.
Otherwise, they're just trapped in this casino forever.
Cool.
With paltry entertainment. But it's a really nice room. All right, so we're gonna stop right here where the adventurers first step foot into your dungeon, Gilsies, and we'll pick it up next time.
Great.
All right.
This was a doozy.
Well, now you have Dungeon up and running, more or less. It's going to be a good time.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
The memes that we were laughing at before we started rolling the cameras really set the tone for all this.
I think so.
I really hope some DMs watching this make this for your players and just see what they do with it.
Be amazing. Hey, we should actually ask other DMs to send us character sheets of their players so we can feed them through our dungeon. Oh, by the way, your dungeon is now considered a +2 dungeon.
Nice.
Can I put my other character through the dungeon?
You can send it to me, and we can just make a little adventuring group of your other characters and send them through. See how
Let's send the characters from the tour.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's my only other like ready-made character. Poor robot boy.
Oh man, it's going to be a good time. Well, you guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Dark and Dicey. Any announcements before we take off?
Nope.
Nope.
Just the usual. Tomorrow on this same Twitch channel at 4 p.m. Pacific, I have Dice Camera Action. So tune in. It's going to be horrible.
I'm going to Glasgow for Scotland Comic Con this next weekend, so I will be out of here, but I will be there, so come see me.
Yeah, so next Monday, you'll be off, which means we're going to have a couple guests. It's going to be a good time.
Hell yeah.
And you two are going to be here, though.
Yep.
I will be here.
Sweet. All right. Well, then that is this week's episode of Dark and Dicey. Please join us next week. We'll be down to cast members, but we'll be up to guests. Same time, same place. We'll see you later.